Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and we're here to check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out Mini Motorways, which has had a pretty substantial update since the last time that I played. In fact, there's been a couple of substantial updates since the last time that I played. But anyway, here today, we are here to check out Expert Mode. Goodness gracious me, Expert Mode. Decisions are permanent. Roads and upgrades you place become permanent after a short period of time. More upgrade choices are offered, though. After 8 weeks, road tiles are the only weekly reward. Goodness gracious me, that is pretty challenging. And also endless mode as well, which is no pressure. Edit and grow your network at your own speed. Your city never shuts down. Reach milestones by building an efficient network to earn upgrades. Honestly, I feel like endless might be just up my street. Anyway, since the last time that I played, challenges have been added, but that's obviously not that new. In order to unlock expert mode on any map, you need to get 600 on a specific challenge, or any challenge, I believe it is. You get at least 600 cars delivered, and bada bim, bada boom, you end up with expert mode unlocked. Anyway, let's jump into expert mode and see what we've got going on. I've only unlocked it for LA, but frankly, I don't think that's going to be too scary. Now, expert mode is it is problematic for a couple of reasons. Look at that new little gradient. I like manipulating the tiles, right? So we can still change things at the moment, but I like manipulating tiles, right? Like I like putting these blockers down across the river to stop things from spawning. And I suppose it is technically possible for you to do that. Oh, you do. Yeah, do you do it? Undo it? Whatever. And I suspect that maybe some of the tryhards who are very, very keen to get nice big high scores are probably going to do that. But I'm not too disinterested. Yes, we can still do that. We can still do that. Decisions are permanent. How long did it say it was? I don't know. But it's not long. It's not long. So we need to make sure that everything that we do is permanent. Right. So anyway, let's take a little look. We'll see how we can do. I will try and use my sort of best building techniques. Let's leave that disconnected for now. I don't particularly want to change things around altogether too much at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. I think this is okay. We can always reconnect that red in if we need to. I don't feel like we need to, but you never know. We might have to. Right, lots and lots of decisions to make. I think, to be honest, the obvious one is to go for the motorways, right? The obvious one, I think, is probably always motorways. Let's resume and just sort of see what happens, I guess. Until we have to, I'm going to try and not make that many decisions. I say that. We're going to make some decisions, but let's do this. I like the idea of having it on a separate network, but we can always change things. We can always change things up if we need to and join the two of them together. We don't have to as of yet, but soon maybe we will want to do that. Let's not connect this yet. As I say, I don't want to commit to putting down the road tiles. Again, let's not if we don't have to. Okay. Right. Where are you gonna go? Let's pause and take a little look at this. So can we still... Yeah, we cannot delete that. We cannot delete that. So there is no way for us to remove that. We do not have the tiles, unfortunately, to go all the way around in that sort of fashion. Or the bridges, in fact. So, unless we wanted to do something really, really funky, I think the solution is pretty simple. And it's unfortunately kind of a bespoke solution. But it will be that. In fact, let's do something like that, just so that it leaves us a little bit of flexibility to add some extra stuff to the motorway. Some extra flexibility to the motorway. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. So what would I consider a good score here? Oh, look, you can actually see the fact that the motorway placement is going to become permanent. That is good. Oh, wow. So we don't even get to choose another... we don't even get to choose another motorway. At least not yet, because we've got 7 weekly choices remaining. Perhaps we need to go through this 5, and then we'll get offered another motorway. But certainly, that's pretty stringent. So we can't even presumably... Oh no, we can do that. We can do that, but we can't move the end of the motorway. We can still wiggle it around, which is nice, but nothing else. Right. So I mean, can't delete this. We can't get the bridge back. So this presents us with a problem. I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna try and wait. I think we can maybe get away with waiting for a little bit until the map expands just a smidgen. Because unless we do something like this. Yeah, we do something like this maybe. Then we disconnect that again. And then we delete this. That's fine over there. Yeah, we delete that. That's fine. And then we do... Oh, just about to build there. We do something like that. The map is now expanded sufficiently where we can get around like so. That's looking good. We'll take the motorway again, please, video game. We'll connect you up there. That's fine. We can cut off a little bit of corner here. There we go, before it's permanent. We are not going to have enough tiles to do... Yeah, we need to do something like that. That was filling up far too fast. And especially if we're not incorporating this second house down here, which we can do, but I would really rather not. But we actually legitimately might have no choice. We may have to get a motorway. We may have to get a motorway literally just to sort of connect those two. That seems quite nasty, doesn't it? That seems quite nasty. Right, this big one over here, this may need a little bit of extra attention. We're getting a lot of yellows in this vicinity. I think we probably will end up using... So can we insert... Oh, interestingly, we can insert roundabouts here. A roundabout there probably wouldn't be necessarily the worst idea in the world. It would not be great. I think we can get away with just this one blue thing without having to incorporate any further modifications as far as motorways are concerned to motorway across here. Yeah, that would be good to avoid. That'd be good to avoid if possible. Okay. So far, though, I feel like this is not great. This blue specifically, the dark blue, navy blue is, yeah, highly problematic. I'm gonna take bridges. So we'll get it refreshed. We'll get motorways refreshed next time, which I think, again, is probably the best thing. Probably the best thing for us. Unimpeded speed is really what we are after. But we're going to have to start making some compromises pretty darn soon. It seems like you can manipulate the angle of attack for all the houses throughout the entirety of the game. Thankfully, I don't think the concrete doesn't dry on that. So that's good. And that is definitely something that we are going to take with us. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be nasty. I was really hoping for another blue spawn. Another blue spawn somewhere else. I don't think it's going to happen, you know? Sure, let's do it. I really would rather not. And perhaps we might be able to get rid of the... We might be able to get rid of the motorway before it's sort of permanent. A little bit of a... little bit of a cheaty sort of... I say it's cheaty. It's not cheaty at all. It's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. So we'll toggle that. Yeah, like so. That's good for us. That's really good for us. That's really great. That's nice. There's another connection to be made over here. Is there... Yeah, there's no chance a roundabout can be fit in there or even bumped around, to be honest. Roundabout can't be placed here. I'm still hoping that more dark navy blue stuff spawns. Take another motorway. Delete that. We'll get the motorway back for a little bit. Perhaps this is what we need to be doing. Toggling access to that motorway sort of as and when we need it. Doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel great, but I think we're gonna do it. Now we need to leave that there so that we block this entire area, because otherwise another house is gonna spawn here and it's gonna be a disaster. Right, these spawns are brilliant for us, actually. Really, really comfortable. Great with that. Disconnect you. That is perfect. That is great. That is the best news that I've had all day. That is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant thing. Right, yeah, so I was saying earlier, what would be a good score for me here? Well, I think a good score, to be brutally honest, would be about 500. I think that would be comfortable. I don't feel like it's, I don't feel like it's impressive, but I also don't feel like it's necessarily terrible. There is something that we can maybe do with, that, but to be honest, I really don't think that that's necessary. No, I also feel like in terms of maybe putting the motorway like right up next to the gate is in expert mode not a great idea. But again, who knows? Nice. Easy decision. Easy decision there, video game. Easy, easy, easy decision. There's also, by the way, another connection to be made quite easily. And that is taking these two yellows over to this side of the road and sort of connecting that down there. And that actually might not be the worst thing in the world. And I'll tell you why it might not be the worst thing in the world. Is that we constantly need to be aware of what space we're using on the map. We kind of want to try and block. I'll take bridges. We want to try and block spaces that we think might spawn unhelpful things. So even maybe doing something like that, even though it's not necessarily productive, the fact that it blocks land realistically where a building could spawn is something that we should consider. Will it mean anything? Does it change anything? I'm not sure. But certainly when I was playing a lot of regular mini Metro, on non-expert mode, non-endless mode, on which I did manage to get pretty decent scores, you know, plus 10,000 scores from time to time. That was one of the strategies that I deployed with a fair amount of regularity. Let's do that to try and up the score. But that being said, I mean, this is a different world. This is a different world, expert mode. It really, really is. It really, really is. So that yellow spawning potentially tells me that either this is going to upgrade very, very shortly, or there's going to be another yellow spawning somewhere. Which is going to require higher demand. That blue, maybe that means that one of these things is going to upgrade. If that's the case, that's actually fine. We are very, very prepared for that. We're very, very prepared for that if that's the case. So far, so good. I'm very, very happy. A score of 500 would be great. If it's not possible, it's not the end of the world. Also, that is possible, but again, I don't really want to bother with it. Delete that. Yeah, that's fine. Just leave it as is. Leave it as is for now. No sign of a blue upgrade. No sign of a... Oh, there we go. There it is. Yep. Let's do... It's a choice. It's a choice here. We either have a choice of putting a motorway from here to here, or we have a choice of road. I think the idea of using the road up... No, thank you. The idea of using the road up is appealing to me. Because I'll do that if I can. Because we can always add the motorways we can always add the motorways afterwards. I have just got an achievement, the Los Angeles Expert. So I have absolutely no idea what is the level of expectation. I guess 500 trips in expert is that's what you get the achievement for. That's what you get the achievement for. Either way, this feels pretty good. I mean, I don't actually think that things have gone too badly wrong. We're starting to see a little bit of pressure on the yellow network. A little bit of pressure on the yellow network. I am actually going to do that little additional... Yeah, that little additional implementation over there. This is also fine. This is very fine here. That looks a little funky, but... Is it okay? Am I okay with it? I'm okay with that. But I would prefer... I'd prefer that. I'd prefer that. It just looks and feels a little bit more comfortable. I'll take bridges. I probably should have taken that roundabout. I don't really rate roundabouts as much as I don't use roundabouts as much as I necessarily should. You are gonna come down here. Can't cut that corner. That's fine. That's fine too. Those two cars, honestly, I think you'd be surprised at how much they will end up being very, very useful. These houses there are frustrating. That cannot be deleted, so there's absolutely no point in cutting that corner. Although now cutting that corner would be delightful if I could. I'd say what we'll do. We will put in a roundabout. Hold on. Pause. Take the roundabout out. That up there. That up there. That up there. That up there. Good. Okay. Go. Go, 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 go. Dispatch all the dark blues. Dispatch all the dark blues. That roundabout actually might end up being not too bad. I think that's probably the best case scenario for a roundabout. You know, on a straight bit of... On a straight bit of road, relatively little to impede, relatively little traffic going in the other direction, and it's sort of a clear cut situation. To be fair, this was always the one that I was most worried about. But 500 trips, I would say, is about my expectation. That's good. That's good. I definitely feel like I've somewhat surpassed my own expectations for myself by doing this. A little amendment there, just to increase things. Let's actually do this now that we can. I don't know why I didn't do that before. That's definitely the better way to go about doing things. Any time that you can, you can separate the traffic, I think it's good policy to do so. But at the moment, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but things are feeling quite cozy. Things are feeling quite cozy. No real concerns, no real issues. We're in week 9. We are in week 9. And we're heading strongly towards 1,000 trips. Again, don't want to jinx it. Could all go south. It's going to be somewhat irritating when I realize that I have built a road in a location where I absolutely must remove it. But again, that's why we've got these motorways. We're clinging on to these motorways, and that's what we're going to do. There's no way that that's not a motorway, right? And again, this is where we would really like to remove the road, give it sort of a bit of bespoke treatment, because now what we're going to have to do is, I tell you what, maybe these two houses should supply it exclusively. I can do that better. Just put it in the middle of the two. Don't bother wasting the road tile. Yeah. This is going to be messy, whatever we decide to do, because that tile's already in there. Again, it's times like this where that's actually totally fine. It's actually totally fine. Actually totally fine. More blues are going to spawn soon. Don't worry, I'm convinced more blues are going to spawn. More light blues, that is. Because we need them. Where the heck is this car going? Yeah, so that, okay, yeah, irritatingly, this roundabout has linked this network with this. That's the law of unintended consequences, isn't it? Yeah, so now things have gotten a little bit out of whack because everything is sort of linked into the same network. And again, in an ideal world, you really don't want to be doing that. You really don't want to be doing that. That is kind of horrific for me because these three are not going to be able to supply both of these two. There's a grouping up here, which we're going to have to probably... are we going to have to motorway over here? We don't have to motorway over there. I just don't like doing this. I just don't like doing this at all. Let me do that bit and cut that a little bit out. Fine. This is where things get sketchy. This is this is where things get sketchy. At the moment, it's actually not looking too bad. But the problem is that all of the light blues from here are going to go to here, and that's not where they should be going. These light blues should be going here, but they're going to decide to take, you know, crazier and longer journeys that I'm not happy about, and that are going to really mess up the feng shui. I think it's pretty possible that we are going to get to 1,000. I think that's pretty much a given at this point. It's nice. It's nice to be rewarded with a nice round number for a score. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. But light blues, yeah, light blues really not looking great at this point. Really not looking great. Some good spawns though from these light blue houses. That's helpful. That's very, very helpful. This is very, very irritating. That is fine. Do that, yeah. Make it in one. Yeah, that's fine. There's some good stuff happening here. There's some good stuff happening, but there's a lot of congestion happening around here. A lot of congestion, as you would expect. Almost all of it is to do with this green motorway here. Almost all of it is to do with the green motorway. You know what actually might legitimately be part of the solution? I think that might be part of the solution. Yeah, so that means that it's not going to completely separate the network, but it does mean that for the most part, that needs to get added to the... That needs to get added to there just in case. It does mean for the most part that greens will not have to interfere with blues, and blues are going to get a slightly quicker route to get to where they need to go. Now, we still have one motorway left. We still have one motorway left. And dark blues are a habitual issue. Greens, mostly fine. Light blues, still problematic. God, I mean, is there a... I mean, what I'm really trying to avoid is the idea of placing a motorway from here over to here, because that's the last option, really. 27 road tiles. Yeah, at least we haven't run out of road tiles. I haven't embarrassed myself by getting rid of the road tiles. Yeah, I mean, once we throw away, I say throw away because we're not going to be throwing away. We're going to be using it appropriately as we should be. Once we get rid of this last motorway, though, there's no other option, is there? There is no other option. Yep, it's gonna have to go there. Gonna have to go there. And it's already awful. It's already awful. Actually, maybe there. Maybe there. Yeah, try there instead, video game. Yeah, try that. Light blues are the problem here. Light blues are the entirety of the problem. The whole problem, the absolute problem. I can add... Oh, this is such a waste of a bridge. I hate this, but we're in survival mode here. You have to take tough decisions when things are bad. That is absolutely impossible to serve. Or is it, actually? That might be less of a problem than I'm thinking. Yeah, light blues will be the death of us. I would put money on it. I would put money on it. See, now we've just created an absolute monster of a junction here. Probably not a great idea putting it on the junction point in hindsight. Yeah, I mean, the traffic flow is just not, yeah, it's just not enough, is it? And that's a double as well. Like, that's gonna have something else coming soon too. We need more yellows here, which we'll get over there. Add over there. That's fine. Yeah, we'll probably survive until the next week. Maybe just. Maybe just. No. 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 Apparently not. Too few cars could reach its destination in time. Your city shut down. Honestly, given that that was about 1,000 more commuters than I was really anticipating, that ain't too shabby. Right, so continuing in Endless, I'm going to continue in Endless, because why the heck not? And it'll give us the opportunity to showcase the Endless mode, which I think is kind of exactly why we're doing this video. So there we go. No pressure. Edit and grow your network at your own speed. Your city never shuts down. Reach milestones by building an efficient network to unlock upgrades. Okay, so yeah, what's the situation here? We got this little thingy up in the top right-hand corner. It looks like. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So it looks like we've got ourselves. The upgrade indicator is full. Selected to choose an upgrade for your city. Okay, cool. We will do that. Milestone 12. Which upgrade would you like? I would like. I'll take traffic lights. First of all, because I don't like traffic lights. And second of all, because I can't put traffic lights in there. Also, can we now move things? Oh, we can move things. Oh, that's... You know what? Honestly, that's just the relief that I was looking for. Let's do it in there instead. Another upgrade? Don't mind if I do. Take a motorway and some tiles. Beautiful. So I have absolutely no idea what triggers the upgrades. I suspect that it's probably servicing the cars. I also think that when we jumped into Endless mode, we were immediately... a whole bunch of tokens were just sort of dropped down so that we can maybe kickstart some... we can get some more deliveries. Or get some more deliveries so that we can get some upgrades pretty quickly. Either way, this is looking great. And you know what the best thing is? Delete road. Delete road, which is so nice. But that being said, I really like expert mode. I think that is pretty darn cool. You know what we could do? We could save a whole bunch of tiles and do something like that. It's going to make the journey a little bit more indirect, but it's hopefully going to keep things separate. Again, which is what we're mostly trying to do here. Keep things separate. Yeah, light blue. Light blue needs a solution that I'm not able to provide, apparently. Okay. Yeah, so is this... I guess this... Maybe this marker is like a measure of efficiency. Like, we need to serve... I think we need... Yeah, I think we need to service an... You know, X number of... We need to service X number of buildings or X number of people in X amount of time, whatever it is. And it looks like this little white bar is being chased by this little gray bar. The gray bar is the time limit, I would imagine. I would imagine it's like it's a per week sort of counter. I guess so. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. This is definitely going to help with the de-stressification of this game, because this game, believe it or not, I mean, it looks chill, but it can get horrifically spicy at times. Oh, I've been in some spicy situations. What do we want to do? I think I want to connect. I want to connect up this. No reason not to, right? Like, basically, if you don't have every single house connected to the network, then you are probably missing out on opportunities. There we go. And you're missing out on opportunities for upgrade. I need to get the motorway tied into this somehow. I've got 3 motorways now, and you know, bear in mind that I can move the motorways, which is always a nice little bonus. This red is pretty disappointing. Let's see if we can try and maybe do something like that. And actually, that allows us to cut this out entirely, which is nice. Which is very, very nice. It doesn't look like there's any growth either, which is totally fine. I'm very, very happy with that. What else? What else do we need to get yoinked in here? Oh, yeah, we need to get the upgrade. Roundabout. Is there any place that a roundabout would be particularly prudent? That needs to be disconnected first and foremost. There's no reason that needs to stay online. Could stick a roundabout in there. I don't actually think that makes any difference to the speed of anything, but I guess it kind of looks cool, and I don't really use roundabouts enough, I feel. This red needs a little extra boost. This yellow over here needs a little extra boost too. Nope. That's empty. That's cool. I don't know what it is, but we're delivering a lot of stuff. You can call me the postman because I am delivering. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do brand new one of these. That's nasty. Surely not. Okay, it has to be a bridge. Well, it sucks, but it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. It's fine. Right, we'll see if this ends up adding any extra capacity. I'm not completely convinced that it will. But the occasional extra yellow car making a little journey along would not be terrible. Okay. We're hitting another upgrade. So we're clearly hitting milestone after milestone. So this is marvelous. There is nothing else that we can really do about... There we go. We'll get blues over there. That's every dark blue connected, which is in itself quite a nice little milestone. Reds and servicing red stuff. Let's do that there. This is mad. This is mad. This is mad. That red needs to be addressed too. Take a roundabout. Could really do with, yeah, doing something like that. That looks a bit wild, but I actually think that it'll make a large difference actually. Right, a roundabout in here. Let's try a roundabout in there. Let's also try and sort of separate this out so that we... Nope. Yeah, it has to be that way. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if that makes a difference. So double roundabout, never nice, but I'm trying to maybe divide the cars somewhat equally into different areas that they can all sort of just hop off on the roundabout, which would be nice. Okay, more yellows are required over here. That is a very simple one. We just link that up there, I think. Hope that makes a difference. Yeah, this is nasty. This is nasty here. Yeah, not great. Not great over here. Not great over here. Light blue as well. This could maybe do it a little bit more attention. Let's get... This was something that I was thinking about doing earlier. Probably the right thing to do in hindsight. But again, you know, when you've got this motorway that is sort of there, I mean, to be fair, that motorway can be removed because it doesn't need to be there. That can now be connected in here. We're not at risk of any further developments arising, so we can toggle this exactly as we'd like. And this is probably going to work a heck of a lot better. Plus, it gives us a motorway back, which is just great. That does develop into a red, interestingly enough. So we're going to need to cater for that additional need. There are already red cars on this network. I'm actually kind of content to leave it as is because there's already red cars in this network. They're going to go in the left entrance, which is the entrance that I think that we probably most want them to go into. This is mad here. This is mad here, but again, that's not totally awful. I think the problem is that we have the join network, right? So do that, right? So we'll have yellow cars that will exclusively deliver to here. And then we will have the rest of the sort of localized yellow network that will specifically deliver to here, which is great. We can also save on that, which is marvelous. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're maybe just going to eke out this last efficiency upgrade. Possibly. Oh, we're... Maybe there. Maybe there. Maybe there. Afternoon of Sunday. Can it happen? Is it going to happen? Ah. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh. We got it. Nice. Get another motorway. Okay. Again. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. So this week it's going to be even more challenging. But this week we've got even more cars on the road. I like how this has actually changed the game quite a lot. This is really, really good. This is a really, really, really satisfying change. I actually kind of rate it. I like expert mode and I like endless mode. 2 thumbs up from me. Tell you what, there's not actually anywhere that needs a specific amount of attention. The one thing that we probably could do is mess around with this over here and clearly sort of delineate between red area and blue area. This area can actually be disconnected now. Yep. That area can be disconnected. That needs to remain in place. This blue is fine. This can come down here. And we'll actually stick in a new motorway to go across to there. Now that, if that doesn't bring with it a whole bunch of efficiency improvements, I don't know what will. Take some bridges, even though I very, very much doubt that we're going to need to cross any more areas of water, actually. This is still a bit nasty. This is still a bit nasty up here. I get it. You know, it's not perfect. It is not perfect. But it's also not bad. It's also not bad. Maybe we just move that to there. Get rid of the bridge. Give it a shot. Yeah, see if that makes the critical difference. Reds, we're doing fine for reds. We're doing fine for reds pretty much everywhere. It's only really yellows that seem to be the pesky little issue. Yeah, we're gonna push the next milestone. We are gonna push the next milestone. Wowzers, that's great. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. It's feeling really good. It's feeling really nice. I like it. So yeah, the city doesn't actually develop, so it's literally a case of refining and refining and refining and refining and refining. But I suppose that's exactly what you probably want. What you probably want in endless mode. That is very, very nice indeed. I like that a lot. You can also start in endless mode. I'm gonna exit to the main menu now. But you can also start in endless mode, which I presume must give you some sort of element of growth, which is probably quite unique. I don't know how much growth it gives you. I presume it probably grows to the max, and then you can sort of see what happens. And it plays rather like a normal game, but as you can see, it's very chill. It's very chill. There's nothing to worry about. It's all about the efficiency. I kind of dig that. I really like this game. Yeah, it grows just like a normal thing. Wow, that's really cool. Ladies and gents, we're going to wrap this one up right about now. I am absolutely... I've fallen back in love with mini motorways because it's just such a blooming brilliant game. It really is. And this change, you know, small as though it may be, I really like expert mode, and I really like endless mode, I think, as well, for perhaps the more chill people who are only interested in sitting back and having a good time, as opposed to stressing out about any of this nonsense. But anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.